Hey everyone, back again. It's Mr. Vargas here, looking to help you out with Math 6th homework 11.1. This comes from page 813. I know it's been a long time, but I'm excited for you guys to get this homework assignment done and learn something new. Alright. Today's topic is about mean, or, alright, average. These two words right here are synonymous. They're the same. They stand for the same exact thing. In mathematics, finding the mean is just like finding the average. So you'll see either of those words when you run into problems in the wild. Alright, and here's how you find the mean. It's a really simple formula. You are going to take the sum of your numbers or data, and you're going to divide that by the number of numbers or data. So really simple formula. You're just going to add and then divide. What do I mean? Well, let's take a look at your first problem from your homework assignment. You're given this crazy bar graph about somebody's test scores, where the first time they got 87, second time they got 93, then 86, then 90, then 84, and they want you to find the average. So all you have to do is add those numbers up. 87 plus 93 plus 86 plus 90 plus 84. And you're going to divide that total by how many numbers you have, the number of numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you've got to divide by 5. Alright, when I add that up, you get a total of 440. And that is going to be divided by 5 in order to get the average of these numbers. The average just basically means what is the equal distribution of these numbers. So what do they most commonly resemble? And that would be 440 divided by 5 is 88. So on average, you can expect a score of around 88. So 88. And I will write that this is the average, or the mean. Okay, let's jump over to number 2 really quick. Okay, first let's collect the data from this number line. We've got a 12 represented by this first dot. We've got another 12 represented by that second dot. So I always like to line my data up, just so I can get a better understanding of what numbers I'm working with. The third point is 14. It's my third piece of data. My fourth piece of data and fifth piece are going to be 15. So I write that out, 15, 15. And then the last data point is 16. Okay, so with this information, I'm just going to use the average formula. Sum divided by the number of numbers. Sum divided by number of numbers. So here we go. 12 plus 12 plus 14 plus 15 plus 15 plus 16 divided by, how many numbers do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 divided by 6. And that will get us a total of 84 divided by 6. So that means our average, remember, top dog in the house, bottom dog sleeps outside if you want to do the long division. But that'll get us an average of 114. And that's it for that problem. Okay, let's go on to number 3, which is probably the hardest question of them all. Alright, the mean of this data set is going to be the mean or the average. Remember, those two words are the same. The mean of this data set is going to be 24. And here we're given 9 different numbers, but we do not know that last number. This girl babysat, and the first time she made 15, second time she made 20, then she made 10, then she made 12, 20, 16, 80, 18, and then the last time we don't know what she made actually. But we do know that the total mean of this data set is equal to 24. So we have to find this last piece of information, and the way that we can do that is if we know the average, we know that the average or the mean is 24, we can multiply that by the number of times that she worked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to figure out her total amount of money that she made. So let's go ahead and do that. 24 times 9, and that will get you $216. So in total, she made $216. So now we've got a really simple equation. Going back to our algebra, where her total is 216, and if we add up all of these numbers plus our variable, our unknown, it will have to equal 216. So here we would have to do 15 plus 20 plus 10 plus 12 plus 20 plus 16 plus 80 plus 18 plus that mystery number x. And all of that would have to add up to 216. So this becomes kind of an addition equation. We can combine like terms. Basically just means we can add up this left-hand stuff, all of those numbers, add that up. Let me do that really quick. And when you add that up, you get 100. All of this adds up to 191 plus your x is going to be equal to 216. And if we go back to solving equations, we remember that we can subtract from both sides to get my variable all alone. And that would leave us with x equals $25. So she would have had to have made $25 on that 9th babysitting trip in order to have an average of 24. Alright, let's jump down to the last problem, number 4. Okay, so here we've got to find the average of both of these data sets. So once again, we are going to add up their total, find the total number of wins that they made, and divide that by the number of seasons to figure out their average wins per season. And here we've got 6 different sets of data here. So we're going to sum up our wins and divide by 6. So when I sum up for the cranes, I get a sum of that looks like 240 when I add that up. And I'm going to divide that number by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Divided that by 6 to get my average. Almost. And average would be equal to 40. Okay, so the Cranes had a winning season average of 40 games per season. Let's go ahead and find out the Panthers. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to add up all of their wins. And this time we will get 240 once again. And we have to divide that by the number of seasons. Since we have 6 seasons, we can go ahead and take that, divide that by 6. So these guys also have an average of 40 wins per season. So their averages match, meaning that probably the average is a good tool to analyze and predict how many games that each of these teams is going to win every season. On average, they win about 40 games per season. All right, and that's it for this assignment. Thank you so much for paying attention, and we'll see you in class.